I thank whatever gods may be for my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody, but unbowed. Beyond this place of wrath and tears looms but the horror of the shades, and yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how strait the gate, how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul.
Speed. Terry, home interview, take one. Could you? Perfect. So start off by just telling me your name and tell me who you are.
My name's Terry Nelson. I was a footballer, a paratrooper, a double kidney transplant patient, and a world champion runner. And now I'm in the business of helping people change their lives. I grew up in Liverpool with my family, and I had one brother, Dean. A very happy childhood, always playing football. And eventually, when I was 15, I achieved my dream, if you like, of playing for my hometown club, Liverpool Football Club. Unfortunately, I was injured all the time, so repetitive injury ended my football career at about 18. And then I moved on and joined the British Parachute Regiment. And I took all the tests, did all the training, and was just basically joining the regiment. And they found a problem in my urine. There was a problem with my kidneys. The consultants, after a couple of weeks of tests, basically said, "Terry, you're not going to be in the military anymore." I thought, no, I'm in the parachute regiment. I've been jumping out of aeroplanes and running 10 miles with a 100-pound pack. No, it's okay. I'll be fine. The way he said it to me, "No, Terry, you're going to be dead within 6 months." And it must have suddenly clicked. It was something, you know, when you really want something, you get phases in your life where you really want things and you give everything to get it, then it's taken away. Liverpool was taken away, then that was being taken away from me. And I made like a noise, an animal noise, you know, it was like a noise, and it was real. And I started you know when people say heavy tears, it's like the heavy, that's what it was like. I broke down and all that, heavy tears, and I just realised that it was over. And then after about 2 years on dialysis, Dean kept offering me, you can have a live donated transplant. And Dean right away offered me one of his kidneys. And I said no. But after 2 years, I was close to death. And I wanted to live. And my brother offered again, and I accepted. And suddenly, when I had the transplant from Dean, from seeing everything in black and white, everything looked in colour again. After so many years of illness, when I didn't feel well at all, and I used to plan on what I would do when I was well again. Because I felt so fantastically well, I was looking for ways to repay my brother Dean for this gift of life. And then an opportunity arrived where I could run the London Marathon with a group of kidney patients. And I ran the London Marathon and raised money for kidney research. But the bronze medalist at the World Transplant Games was in the team of transplant patients. And then it struck me, that's the way to repay me brother Gene for the gift of life that he gave me to save me life. But I wanted to be the gold medalist, the world champion, not the bronze medalist. And that's when it took a really a serious turn, if you like. To run the 5,000 metres, which is the hardest event a transplant patient can compete in, that's the event I wanted to win. But then I had the other problem of the broken foot. I actually couldn't run. So I tried to find how I could run when I couldn't run. I couldn't put my foot down. And I found these flotation belts in the United States, sent for two. I could run in the water in the deep part of the swimming pool. The belt would hold me off the pool floor, and I was able to run. I trained twice a day for several weeks, and my injury healed, and then it was time for the transplant games, and they allowed me to go. After 3 years of training in the sand, in the forests, on the roads, on the track, wherever, running in the water, swimming, everything that you could possibly do to get yourself in the right shape to be able to be a world champion and to repay me brother Gene for the gift of life, culminated in me becoming the world champion, winning the gold medal. And that's what I trained, and that personifies why my life hasn't been wasted, and it was worthwhile to repay me brother Gene for this gold medal. Come home, won 3 more gold medals at the British Transplant Games, but I was really ill then, and I had to go back onto dialysis, and I spent the next 12 years on kidney dialysis. After 12 years, it was a very, very difficult time on dialysis, 6 days a week, when the average time is 3 days a week for 2 to 3 years, and it really took its toll on my body. But I constantly said to myself that when I'm well again, I want to make a difference to other people's lives and make my life worthwhile. When I had my second transplant, I decided that this fantastic form of fitness could be taken further, and I developed a bodysuit, a professional bodysuit for running in the water. It's well known water is a great natural healer and therapy. What I've done is taken those benefits that are already there, harness them in intense exercise. And what I feel, exercise and movement is the key to life. I wanted the suit to appeal to elite sports, to professional sports, semi-professional sports, general fitness down the pyramid, people with disabilities, children with disabilities, right the way down the pyramid to every member of the society, if you like. So I thought, how am I going to raise awareness of this fantastic suit? So I took it to Real Madrid Football Club, which is the richest sports franchise in the world. And Real Madrid Football Club not only bought 50 suits, they loved the presentation, they officially endorsed the suit, and they also launched it with a corporate video and in the newspapers in Spain. I knew it would work. I knew it did, because I was also the testing ground. All of me is in that suit. The suit and me are exactly the same.
My name's Lisa. I've known Terry for 13 years. It's unbelievable what you get out of it. We've had people coming here with MS, osteoporosis, cannot get out of the bed. You know, the daughters and the husbands have physically, it's the last resort. They're like, we've heard your product, we've heard what you do. And they've come to us. Terry's then taking them in the water, spend time, they have to get hoisted in the water, in the pool. You can have someone fit next to a footballer next to a runner next to someone with polio, someone who's pregnant, and everyone gets the same out of it, and everyone comes back to the classes.
We're in phase 1 now with the suit. Phase 2 is integrating basic sensor technology, heart rate and calorie burning sensor into the suit. We've moved our offices into Sensor City. A multi-million-pound development exists for developing sensor technology. I've taken the patent out on an intelligent monitoring system. This is the most advanced level of sensor technology in the water in the world. We've connected up with the scientists that can do the work that feel this is entirely feasible. Real Madrid Football Club have agreed that they will be our testing partners for the technology.
Terry's project brings together a lot of known good technologies that we know work across various different sectors. He's just bringing this into a new application. We're really keen to work with him again on this and to work with his new investors and new partners in the business, and we're really excited and looking forward to bringing it to market for him.
We're forming a partnership now with what we know here with sensor technology with Sensor City, with 4 universities in the United States, and we're going to collaborate to develop this technology. Well, now we're off to the airport to travel to the United States and meet some very interesting people in Washington, D.C. and West Virginia, who are going to help us break into the US market and develop the market there, the biggest market in the world. So let's see how it goes.
We're really pleased that Aqua Running is going to be setting up in West Virginia. That's a state where there's already a lot of UK investment, and I think that Aqua Running is going to be a proud addition to the number of UK companies investing in West Virginia. The Aqua Running product has wide potential application. But there are 2 things about the US that occurred to me immediately. One is that it's a country that is really keen on sports. The other is that it's a country like the UK that is very focused on the welfare of its military and on military veterans. And sports and military veterans are 2 areas where there's some really exciting potential for the Aqua Running product.
I can get 25 minutes of running. I'm thinking about 5 minutes in the pool, in the suit, I'm probably done. So I'm even a little nervous about, like, gosh, did I even get a workout in? Because it killed me and I couldn't go more than 15 minutes, So to me, it's a great alternative, and it's just something that I think you have to come, you have to look at it, you have to give up 30 minutes, look at it, get in the pool, see it. And then I think there's not a question about it after that. I think it sells itself. It doesn't need a sales pitch. It just needs you to get in a suit and test it.
Recently, Liverpool played Real Madrid in the Champions League final. Ronaldo picked an injury up the week before the final and trained in the suit and was fit to play against Liverpool. And they won the Champions League. Now, I'm not saying that suit made them win the Champions League, but I knew there was an issue with Ronaldo. I think Liverpool, now that they've won the season after, they might forgive me. Obesity, back problems, knee problems, ankle problems. We can help millions of people around the world. This absolutely is a global company waiting to explode. We could have high-profile people in support of this, but really, it's the ordinary person who needs help.
He actually thinks of other people. He just thinks of other people, and that's what makes him do it. He gets to the place where he wants to be, and it's always helps. Sorry.
was brought to me. She had multiple sclerosis, and she was paralysed from the waist down. And a family contacted me, asked me if I could help Carolyn. I said, yeah, of course. I always say yes, no matter what the condition is. And after a couple of weeks, she was running in the water without moving her legs. And she was moving in the water. And I said, fantastic, Carolyn. She said, oh, thank you, Terry. I said, I didn't have hold of you then. You're very upset. And it's like winning the gold medal for them. Just the fact that they can do that, that's their gold medal. You can win the gold medal in the Olympics, but that was this lady's gold medal, and it's exactly the same. I get it. My husband said to me, do you know what, Terry? He said, Carolyn, I used to wake up every morning, she'd be next to me in bed. I used to go make her a cup of tea, bring it in. I woke up the other day and she wasn't there. So what she'd done was got herself out of the bed, into a wheelchair, into the kitchen, made the tea, and brought her husband a cup of tea. He said, I've never known anything like it. That act is like Ronaldo getting fit in a week and playing in the European Cup final. But they're the people that I admire so much. Those people who can overcome serious challenges and, if you like, make their lives better. Everything that I do is to lead towards making this accessible to millions in the world. It might seem like a grand sort of thing, but it's not so grand. It can be done. I just have to make the right moves and make the right decisions. I've got no interest in myself. I say I had to rebuild my character after 12 years on kidney dialysis. You don't survive that long on dialysis. Being in hospital, you become part of the furniture. You lose your personality. But what it did, it knocked all of the ego out of me. It knocked any self-importance, and it knocked any confidence as well. And when I come out of dialysis, I was, I had all of that to rebuild. And I rebuilt it by doing things, by doing what I wanted to do, by helping other people to change their lives, because I know where they're coming from. I've been in the places they've been in. When it's so dark, you think it's time to die. It's not. That's when the sun comes up. And people give up before the darkest hour. I knew that I wasn't in a good position. And I knew at any time I could not be here anymore. But it was like there was a rage against death. I said, well, if I'm going to die, I'm not going to die easily. I'm going to fight you. I'm going to fight you right till the end.
If somebody watching this film could only take away one thing from it, just one thing, what would you want that to be?
Never, ever, ever give up. Fight back for what you want, and it'll happen. So that's how, yeah.